Here we are, everybody. Welcome back to the Purple Sector Formula 1 League as we're about to get underway here for the Italian Grand Prix. This round 16 of this 24 round season. Badman, the championship leader, again on pole position, but the two-time defending champion, Glenn, did a very good lap at the end of the session there. Got within a tenth of a second of him, so I imagine we're going to be in for a bit of a treat here tonight out on the track here at Monza. And got a few drivers behind who I'm sure are going to be hoping to stake their claim. Obviously, Monza, a track where you can follow quite easily. You can stay under DRS, and the slipstream is pretty powerful. So we could be seeing quite a train here battling out over the lead. Here we go. Lights are on, and it's lights out, and we're underway. And Glenn got a better start there than Badman. Badman got out in absolutely nowhere off of the line there. Glenn leads into turn one as G.C. slots into second place there. You've got Scott trying up the inside of Badman as well, and has got that move done there up into third place as well. So Badman down 3 places here on the opening lap. Ernie's lost a place here to Rexy Boy, and he's lost out to C-Mac as well there. So Ernie, a sloppy start there from the Salverman, but back to the leaders here. We've got G.C. attacking on Glenn through the Curva Grande as he looks to the inside. He's a little bit too far away and has to continue to wait there in that one, but interesting start there. Badman was absolutely nowhere off of the line. He was like a tortoise getting off of the grid slots there as John there's lost out to Trauger, but yeah, he just didn't get off the line at all, didn't move, as he's now behind Scott there in 4th place at the moment. Scott currently occupying that final podium spot at this moment in time, but Glenn leading under the old circuit here into Ascari, and looking like G.C. trying to keep with him at the moment. Obviously it's only the first lap, so at this point you wouldn't expect him to be losing. Oh, somebody's wide there, and that's Badman. Oh my goodness, Badman, the race has gone from bad to worse for him. He got a horrendous start off of the line, dropped down to 4th place, and now he's running in 7th place here in this race. He is going backwards here on this opening lap. What on earth is going on with the championship leader tonight? Closing in on his first ever Purple Sector title, and goodness knows what on earth was happening there, but he just seemed like he just missed the corner through Ascari. Must have hit the curb maybe, going through the second part. Maybe it was the first part, maybe he had to cut the second part. I didn't actually see, but all I saw was on the exit of the corner he was just running wide there onto the runoff, and oh goodness me, Badman right in an absolute calamity there, and that will be I'm sure not what he wanted. I mean, no shit. But anyway, we've got Rexy Boy, who's gone ahead of Scott up into 3rd place, going into Lesmo 1. That's the job done. Also, we got White Shadow there getting ahead of John up into P10 as well. So a couple of moves there happening in quick succession, but Rexy Boy doing a fantastic job here tonight in the Ferrari. I tell you what, he's absolutely flying at the moment. He's got his teammate just up the road. His teammate's also keeping the race leader very honest out the front. Glenn is currently under heavy pressure from G.C. So this is, I think, is going to be a battle for the foreseeable here for the lead of the race. But in the meantime, we've still got C-Mac here on the back of Rexy Boy and Scott. Scott looking to the inside of Rexy Boy down towards Parabolica. Too far back at this moment in time. There's C-Mac there. Oh, pardon me, having a look, but not really in position to do a whole lot there. But the leaders here coming over the line to start lap 3 of the race. There they all are then. As we see Ernie there getting ahead of C-Mac on the inside. Rexy Boy still keeping ahead of Scott for the time being. Is in the background there. Badman there go for a lunge up the inside. C-Mac. Oh, and he's lost it out. He's had a spin there as he was trying to make the move on C-Mac. He's reset his car to the track there. And Badman is down to last place here on this on lap 3 of the race. You cannot believe it. It's just the most catastrophic of starts here for the championship leader. He's having a nightmare tonight. Scott here has got ahead of Rexy Boy up into 3rd place. Rexy Boy now comes under pressure here from Ernie as well. Ernie's up the inside, up into 4th place, and Rexy Boy there caught napping a little bit, although he's keeping it around the outside here nicely. Ernie's not giving up though, up the inside. They're side by side here on the exit of Lesmo 2. In the background there, you've got C-Mac here waiting to get involved and pounce on these two who are busy fighting over the scraps at the moment. But at this moment in time, Rexy Boy holds position there ahead of Ernie and C-Mac, but that's allowed Scott to absolutely disappear off the road now, and he's now running in a comfortable 3rd place. The two leaders here still fighting it out over the leaders, obviously, but they're currently just under a second between them at the moment as they're going through the Parabolica. You've got C-Mac there up the inside of Rexy Boy. Rexy Boy's now got Ernie trying to dive up the inside as Rexy Boy there was horribly caught out there off the racing line and ends up losing out there to Matty Pitt as well. Now Jaga's going to look to try and get him down the start finish straight, possibly can. But I'll tell you what, it looks like Ernie's here's got a great run there down the straight and has got back ahead of C-Mac here, blasted past him down towards turn 1. Matty Pitt now, oh my goodness me, what on earth was C-Mac doing there? Now, was there contact on his screen? Didn't look like there was on my screen, but potentially there was. I don't quite know what on earth is he doing. Anyway, C-Mac's down to 8th place now in all of that. And, well, Scott's now riding him, well, he's already running the podium place. Matty's up to 5th, still on the back of Ernie, so Matty Pitt didn't seem to get too much aggro from that at all. Rexy Boy now down to P6, but his race has absolutely fallen down the pan after a very promising first couple of laps. It's kind of a, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say other than it's gone down the pan, but G.C. nonetheless leading as they come down towards Ascari once again, just under a second separate. Oh my goodness, wait, what? Hold on a second, wait, no, Clem was leading, what happened? When did he make that move? So G.C. is now leading the race. Clen obviously was leading the race for the first few laps, and then G.C. is going to make the move on this lap. So Clen is now going to try and fight back here. Wow, we've got to watch this battle for the lead here. I'll tell you what, that just is a wake-up call to me, isn't it? It really is. But John, in the meantime, has moved ahead of White Shadow up into 9th place. We're watching the battle for the lead, though, because Clen has got a great run, and he's going to make this move very easily indeed here with the DRS open. And Clen now back up into P1 once again, and that is job done there for him. Only pretty close here in the back of Scott, still a bit too far away at the moment. There's Matty and Drexy Boy Drauga there running in P7. C-Mac, White Shadow. Oh, as White Shadow goes deep. No, was that White Shadow? Oh, I think it was. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. White Shadow there goes deep, and Badman now ahead of him up into P10. So, yeah, White Shadow having a bit of a mare there. It has to be said. As Clen's now got the gap almost a second here over G.C. So he's really locked in here over the course of this lap since obviously making that move into turn 1. Blasted past him with an easy overtake there with DRS, and it now looks like Clen's starting to settle into a groove, and maybe we might be now starting to see the Clen that we've seen over the last couple of seasons. Obviously with the 2 championships under his belt this season, it's not going to be his, I think, almost certainly, unless Badman leaves the league, because the gap's at about 150 points at this point. Clen obviously had to miss about 4 races in a row, so the gap, which was already pretty enormous, is now, I would hesitate to say, unassailable. As we see G.C. now into the pits here at the end of lap 6. Now, what tyres did he start on? This is going to be an interesting point. So he started on the soft tyres, which explains the early pit stop. So he's off and away now, and yeah. So G.C. will back on the track, but obviously will be at the back of the pack, so that releases Clen into a pressure-free zone here. Obviously he's well ahead of Ernie running in 2nd place. Ernie's currently still just ahead of Scott in that battle for 2nd place at the moment. It'll be 3rd obviously once all is said and done with the penalties. And Drago here is on the back of Rexy Boys there, still fighting out here over P5. So you come out of Lesmo 2 once again, and looks like Drago's got a bit of a chance here with DRS as well, but he's still just a bit too far away at the moment. But this race starting to settle down just a little bit here. Just double checking the mics on. Got PTSD from the other night. Obviously I don't want to, that was a joke, obviously I don't actually have PTSD, I don't want to, what's the word, I don't want to make light of the severity of such a thing, but anyway, Scott there is in the pits, so he's got some fresh hard tyres on. Interesting to see that Ernie's closing in a little bit on Clen at the moment, so the gap's under 4 seconds here between these two. Obviously, Clen started on the medium tyres, Ernie's on the hard, so that will be a big factor in Ernie closing in, because his tyres have done a lot less, or taken a lot less tread out, and that is obviously going to help. Drago here on the back of Rexy Boys. They're coming into Ascari once again. This Rexy Boy just looked like he was sliding around a little bit there. Maybe the tyres are starting to struggle. Sort of coming up to 7 laps on these now. Definitely looked like he wasn't comfortable there through Ascari at all. Now Ascari is a big test of the tyres, but into the Parabolica now. Clen's into the pits. He's getting his medium tyres off now. Does Rexy Boy do the same? No, he doesn't. He's staying out. We know Rexy Boy is a bit brave on the tyres. He's got quite a reputation for it. As we see Clen now off and away. Oh, for fuck's sake, not again. Anyway, C-Max off and away. John also into the pits. So C-Max got some fresh medium tyres on. John's put some fresh hards on. Clen has gone for the hard tyres. So obviously he started on the mediums. Could potentially go to the end of the race. If he wanted to, he probably can't, to be perfectly honest with you, because 20 laps on a set of hards, unless there's a safety car, it's going to be pretty difficult, you would have thought. But now with a 2-second gap here over Matty Pitt, as they're coming under the old circuit again. White Shadow here has got ahead of... Oh no, Batman! Oh my goodness me, what on earth is going on with him tonight? Oh... Good grief. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. What on earth is going on? Has he let his cat drive tonight? Or his dog? Has he let his pet drive the car tonight? I genuinely I don't understand. I really don't understand. It's beyond me. This is the guy who is leading the championship by about 150 points this season. I don't know what's going on. This is beyond me. As we see Ernie off and away. Matty Pitt also off and away. So it looks like Ernie's gone for the medium tyres. Matty Pitt as well. Those guys did start on the hards. VSC's out obviously because of Badman's calamity there. So it's going to change things up a little bit. Badman now comes into the pits to benefit from the safety car which he may have caused. Oh, what a chaotic situation this is, as G.C. there has backed off massively going through Curva Grande. Was there an incident there through the first chicane? I'm not quite sure at this moment in time, but it looks like Matty Pitt's really benefited from that, currently running in 3rd place at the moment, so he's into the podium positions. Clen pitted a lap ago and he's running in 4th place. So I'll tell you what, this has really hurt Clen. He was obviously the he was the race leader before. Now Ernie's managed to jump him due to that situation. Matty Pitt's just in front of him here, so Clen will be wanting to clear Matty as soon as he possibly can here, because he needs to get after Ernie, who's running down the road there on those medium tyres. Ernie does have to pit again. That's one thing that's going to be useful here to Clen at this point. But over the course of this stint, Ernie could be quicker than him, because the medium tyres we know are quicker. Obviously they won't last as long, which is why he's going to have to pit. But it's going to be very interesting. I think we can say that with some degree of certainty. As Clen here is looking to the inside now, down the straight into the turn 1. It's going to be an easy move here for the Aston Martin driver. Is now Scott now also looking to the inside of Matty as well. He goes a little bit deep there into the corner, but he's got that one done beautifully there. And Scott in the McLaren is up into 4th place with that one. But Clen now trying to clear off down the road there in 3rd place. Got Drago here on the back of Rexy Boy still. And he's got ahead of White Shadow. So obviously White Shadow still yet to pit here in this race, has inherited the lead due to his relentless. Do you know what, words are just not working with me tonight? I don't know why. Well, I think this might have been because I slapped myself in the head a load of times earlier today, and I think maybe I might be suffering from a bit of a, not quite concussion, but some watered down version of it. But anyway, Scott looking to the... No, he's a bit too far back there on Glenn at the moment. Matty right there, still with G.C. Likewise. Tralga here is trying to challenge Rexy boys. They're coming through the Parabolica once again. And he's got a fastest lap there on his 2-lap old medium tyres. There is bad, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just incredible. I really don't know what on earth has been... I just can't sum it up today. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Matty Pitt and G.C. fighting out over P5 and 6 here. And G.C. going to have the inside here for the Curva Grande. Matty Pitt there on the outside. Matty Pitt with a better straight line speed. He obviously had slipstream as well from the cars in front of them. As Glenn there still holding on to third place ahead of Scott. Matty Pitt still clinging on to fifth ahead of G.C. But great fight there from all of these guys at the moment. Glenn leading the train cars. Oh, so White Shadow's lost it there in front of them. That's going to help Glenn out because he'll now have DRS to try and get away from these guys. But no, he doesn't have DRS. Oh, what an absolute travesty there. What on earth is going on? Come on, F1 game, sort it out. But anyway, he gets ahead of White Shadow now up into second place. As White Shadow there wide onto the gravel there going through Ascari, and obviously that's going to ask Scott, Matty and G.C. through straight away. There's Rexy Boy as well as Tralga. They're all going to make their way through ahead of White Shadow Hull, who's still yet to pit here in this race. I would have thought we'll be coming in pretty soon. I think he's trying to do a one stop. I don't think it's going to work. I think he'd probably be better off coming in and doing a two-stop strategy right about now, to be perfectly honest with you. But only leading the race. He's got a 5-second gap over Glenn. Glenn is obviously on hard tyres. As his stint goes on, he'll be starting to come back at Ernie. But G.C. nonetheless has got ahead of Matty up into fourth place, or has he? Because they're still side by side here. A bit of contact there. G.C. a little bit wide. Matty moves back through up into fourth place there with that one. As we see White Shadow coming back out onto the track now at the start of lap 12. And he's just cut the chicane there, I'm not quite sure why. But yeah. Anyway, so Ernie still leading, just under 5 seconds a gap here over Glenn at the moment. There's Scott, there's Matty, G.C. Rexy Boy, Dralga. Not too far behind at this moment in time. This is some kind of joke. Tell you what, Rexy Boy's pretty closely around the back of his teammate. It's on 3-lap fresher tyres here than G.C. is, so I reckon Rexy Boy is going to be chomping at the bit. Maybe, might even be saying on the party chat to G.C. come on mate, I got the pace, I've got fresher tyres, let me go. But G.C. at the moment doesn't appear to be in much of a mood to allow that to happen. Maybe they're going to wait until the start finish straight, then Rexy Boy will get the benefit of a bit of DRS as well. G.C. might not have DRS here on Matty Pitt, unless he has a very good Parabolica. Actually, he might just about hold on to DRS here. Here they come then, out onto the start-finish straight. DRS will be open there for Rexy Boy, not for G.C. So G.C. did drop out of that catchment there to Matty Pitt. And Rexy Boy up into 5th place with that one. As Scott leads his train here, battling over a podium place. Scott, Matty, Rexy and G.C. here battling it out. But Scott there just pulled away a little bit over the last lap or so. He's got the gap over a second here to Matty. And Scott on the hards as well, which is going to help him. In the meantime, Glenn has got himself a 3-second penalty. So Glenn with a big opportunity here to win his first race in quite a while here at Burnmore Sector. But he has got a 3-second penalty, which is definitely going to help. Well, it's definitely not going to help, should I say. Yeah, he's definitely closing on Ernie at the moment. Ernie still has to pit. He's not going to get a set of medium tyres to go 19 laps. As White Shadow is coming out of the pits now on some fresh medium tyres. He can continue his way around here in that one. Rexy Boy still on the back of Matty in this fight for 4th place. As they're coming out of the Parabolica once again. Here we go then, Rexy Boy. With a bit of strike, with a bit of a slipstream here, and DRS as well. Looks to the inside. Rexy Boy's going to make this move, and he's going to make it reasonably easy there. Up into 4th place. Beautifully done there from him. Lovely move there from the Ferrari driver there to get himself into 4th place. Now we can try and chase down Scott, who's just a 1.5 seconds up the road there in 3rd place. In that final podium place. Rexy Boy's chances of a podium definitely still on the cards here tonight. Gap at the front, just 2 seconds here between Ernie and Glenn, so Glenn is absolutely hunting him down at this point. Oh, Matty Pitt's got a 3-second penalty there for track limits. As he's trying to keep tabs here with Rexy Boy. Obviously, he's got the other Ferrari of G.C. in hot pursuit as well. So he's in a bit of Ferrari sandwich here. Here's Matty Pitt. He's going to try and stay close here to Rexy Boy. Those medium tyres do seem like they're starting to give up a little bit. I would have thought maybe he might come in this lap and put the hards on, because those mediums are definitely not going to be giving him much joy at this point. He's a bit too far back. Well, he's not even close, nearly close enough there to make a move going into turn 1 there. But yeah, holds position for the time being. In the meantime, Ernie's still leading the race by just under 2 seconds here over Glenn. But Glenn hasn't really gained as much as he was over the last couple of laps, it has to be said. Matty here getting close to the back of Rexy Boy, down towards Ascari once again. Oh, it's Matty there, misses the braking point, missed the apex a little bit and almost tapped Rexy Boy. And that's going to give G.C. now a golden opportunity here to try and make the move. Thing is, he doesn't really want to wait until the main straight, because obviously Matty has DRS as well as him, so it's not like he's going to get any benefit from the DRS. But couldn't quite make the move there into the Parabolica. As we see Glenn and Scott into the pits, and in fact it looks as though Matty's also coming in, so Glenn obviously going for a early switch. He was on fresher tyres than Ernie was, but he's not going for the undercut on Ernie. So he was within about 2 seconds of Ernie was Glenn before he's come into the pits. So now it opens it up a little bit, because I didn't expect Glenn to be coming in, but obviously he has come in. So he's going to be going to the end of the race from here. 11 laps left to go here in this Italian Grand Prix. He could easily gain about 3 seconds on this out lap. So, well, maybe 2, but he could easily come out in the lead here. He has got a penalty, which we must remember. But what's his pace like in comparison to earlier? It's going to be an interesting final stint, I can tell you that for sure. But the gap, I think, was about 1.5 seconds when he came in. So if he can gain maybe 2.5 seconds, he'll be out of DRS range. 2.5, 3 seconds on this outlap. But Glenn needs to have an absolute stormer of an outlap. There's absolutely no question about it. There is no ambiguity there. He needs to absolutely smash it on this outlap. He's only going to be coming into the pits. I'm pretty sure he is. Looking at that tight line there through the final corner. So Ernie bringing it in, flooring it on the way into the pit lane. I like how they've taken off the pit lane speeding penalties here at Purple Sector. I think that might have been a point of contention last season. I do remember one or two being handed out, but Ernie into the pits, Drauger also coming in, and Ernie's gone for another set of mediums, which is risky. I would have thought it'd be much safer to put the hards on, but Clen's going to come around and is going to reassume the race lead here, and he's going to reassume the lead by a little way as well, so over a second. Oh, as he almost overcooks it there going into turn 1. Ernie also overshoots the corner a little bit. But the result of it is that Clen has got almost a 2-second lead here over Ernie. So he's now got a prime chance here as Clen. He's got to have over a 3-second gap here to Ernie by the time he gets to the end of the race. But if he can have that, then he will win this race, guaranteed. As long as he doesn't get another penalty, actually, that's a point. But as long as he doesn't do that, he will be the race winner here tonight at Monza. But it's, you know, a lot on the line here. Ernie's going to push him all the way, I'm sure about that. Obviously the other driver. Oh, Ernie's now got a 3-second penalty as well. And Clen will be seeing that. And he knows now he just needs to make sure he can keep it on the black stuff for the rest of this race. So that will be hugely reassuring here for Ernie. I'm sure he will be feeling pretty confident now. So Ernie just needs to keep it tidy and not get any penalties here. G.C. has come into the pits here at the end of lap 18. So here he comes then into the box once again. Medium tyres there going on for G.C. Scott is on the back of Ernie. Oh dear, he got a massive amount of oversteer there. He's getting onto the power and has dropped massively back off of Ernie in that one. He's trying to keep up with him. Thing is, Scott could be in a really good position here on hard tyres, which are the same age as Clen's. If he can stay where he is right now, if all of these guys can sort of bunch up, or if Ernie can stay as close as he is to Clen and Scott can keep on the back of Ernie, Scott could be in with a really good chance of winning this race, seeing as he hasn't got a penalty. If he's got the pace of these two, then he's got a chance here tonight. But Clen, I think, might just have the pace over these guys. I mean, he was definitely quick in quali. He was the only one who could get close to Badman in quali, and then in the race, Badman just... I mean, goodness only knows what on earth has been going on with Badman here tonight, but something clearly not clicking. Not at the races here tonight. It's the championship leader, but nonetheless, I'm sure he'll be back to his best in the next one. The Badman's got a fastest lap there, actually. I would say he's got a penalty. If I open my eyes, so much becomes apparent, but Rex Boy nonetheless is the leader. I wonder if Rex Boy's going to try and go to the end here. He came in on lap 8, so it'd be a 19 lap stint to the end of the race for Rexy Boy. You've also got to factor in the two guys who are closest to him have both got penalties. So it is not beyond the realms of possibility here for Rex Boy to win this race. He'd have to basically, he'd have to like not be 10 seconds slower than Clen over the next 7 laps. He's on 8 lap older hard tyres, so on paper he should be about a second slower a lap. I mean, Rexy Boy's got a chance. He's got a chance of winning this race. I've just clocked he might try and go to the end of the race from here. Hadn't even occurred to me that he might not pit again, but do you know what? Rexy Boy's got a chance. It's not a great chance, but it is a chance. So hold on to your horses. Those who put bets on Rexy Boy, I think you've got a good chance. Well, you know, it's certainly a chance. As we see, C-Mac here's got ahead of Draga up into P7. As he swoops around the outside there, keeps it on the grey stuff as well beautifully. and gets that move there up into 7th place. Excellent move there from C-Mac, as we now see Badman swooping around the outside of Drago as well there up into 8th place. So Badman now looking to the inside of C-Mac into the De La Rocha chicane. As I'll tell you what, Drago's not done yet. He looks around the outside, he cut the corner there, and Badman gets that position straight back there up into 8th place. But that's given C-Mac a bit of a reprieve there as Badman's trying to hunt him down. Badman up into P8 now though, so he's gaining places here after a tricky part of the race. We see White Shadow into the pits, and into the box he goes here at the end of lap 20, so he's off and away now. End of lap 21 should I say. White Shadow, I think it's lap 20 for him. But Rexy Boys come over the line here to start lap 22 of the race. We see Scott here to get ahead of Ernie. So Scott's actually overtaken Ernie. Ernie's a bit too far back to make the move. Oh dear, what on earth is going on there with White Shadow? Oh god. That wasn't White Shadow, wait. It was, yeah, it was. Yeah, White Shadow, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, the gap's down to 3 seconds now between Rexy Boy and Clen. So it's looking very much like it's a matter of time until Clen takes the lead of this race. But yeah, it's got a 3-second penalty to worry about. And Rexy Boy will know that. And he might take some solace from it also. If he's able to keep up in DRS for even a couple of laps, then Rexy Boy could have an enormous chance here. It's certainly not done. There's Scott running in 3rd place at the moment. He's got Ernie now a couple of seconds behind him, so Scott has now, I think, shaken off the challenge of Ernie, and is now looking pretty comfortable in that 3rd place. Ernie was running pretty close to Clen earlier on in the race in the, I guess, the middle stint, but seems like his challenge has now petered out a little bit. But the gap now well under a second here between Rexy Boy and Clen, so Clen now stands on the verge of taking the lead of this Italian Grand Prix here at the Purple Sector Formula 1 League. What's Rexy Boy got in the tank to try and deny him here? Clen obviously himself is going for his first win in a little while, due to the fact that Badman's been winning race after race after race. Clen obviously wasn't here for a few races as well. He might not even won a race this year. This could be his first win of the year. So it'd be good for Clen to shake off the cobwebs. Obviously it will be his first race win for over a month here at Purple Sector, if that's the case, because we stopped racing about a couple of weeks before Christmas. But Clen here makes the move into turn 1 and is your race leader now. He's not the net race leader though, because obviously he's got that penalty, so he needs to shake off Rexy Boy as quickly as possible here. Rexy Boy, if he can stay in the DRS, will have a chance to keep him under a bit of pressure. But let's see how Clen handles this over the next lap or so. Rexy Boy still keeping him pretty close at the moment. There's Scott running in 3rd place, hunting these guys down. Also, Scott could fancy his chances here of getting Clen, because he's only 3.5 seconds behind, and obviously Clen with that 3-second penalty could come back to bite him here. Clen coming through Lesmo 2. Now what's the gap here? Doesn't look like Rexy Boy's got DRS. No, he hasn't. So Clen did just enough there. So Scott 3.5 seconds behind the leader. The leader with a 3-second penalty here. Clen obviously picking that up a few laps ago. So Scott will be clinging to some hope here of a win, I'm sure. So there's Rexy Boy, still running in 2nd place at the moment. Oh, pardon me. See, Badman here has got ahead of Matty up into P6 as they go into turn 1. Scott here's all over the back of Rexy Boy in his battle for second place. I think Rexy Boy's lost an absolute heap of time over the last few laps, and Scott swoops around him up into second place. Yeah, easy move there for Scott. He's just under 4 seconds behind the leader, Clem, at the moment. Has he got the pace to get himself within 3 seconds? 2 laps left here in this race. If he can gain a second, if he can gain half a second a lap on these next 2 laps, he'll be the winner of the race. But I'm sure that Clem has got it in hand. He's done a really good job over these last few laps, and I think more than likely should be able to see it out. Rexy Boy still a bit too far back there on Scott for the time being. We see Matty into the pits for a fresh set of soft tyres on, I'm sure. Going to go for the fastest lap. Obviously no points on offer for the fastest lap. It's all a bit of pride. John's also got a fresh set of soft tyres on, but he is just going through the Curva Grande. I think he's got... Is that his teammate behind him? McLean here coming down towards the final corner. About to start the final lap of the race here. He's extended the gap over Scott by a little bit over the course of this lap. He's been about a second quicker than Scott over this lap. So Clen absolutely flying here on the penultimate lap of the race. Might have even done the fastest lap here. Let's keep an eye on the timing board. No, it wasn't the fastest lap. But Clen absolutely flying. Has dropped the hammer here in the closing stages and looks on course here to win his first race in quite a little while here at the Purple Sector F1 League. As long as he keeps it on the road and doesn't get a penalty, I'm sure he's got it under control. Clen leading the race spot through the Curva Grande. There's Scott running in second place at the moment. He's a little way ahead of Rexy Boy, who's running in third, and Rexy Boy on course for a brilliant podium position here in this race here tonight. Looked like he might have a chance at the win for a short while. I mean, it was a long shot, but he was leading the race obviously in this final stint and has made these hard tyres last quite a way here. He's done a brilliant job of getting these the distance that he has, and as long as he can get it through this final half a lap, he should be okay here. He's pretty close. Only there running in fourth place. A little way behind him we've got G.C. who's battling Badman trying to get up into fifth place here on the final lap of the race. He's got DRS here as they come under the old circuit in a second. He's a little bit too far away though. I think Badman might have to go for a lunge into Parabolica as we go back to the leader here, because Clen's coming through the final corner here, the Parabolica, and he's going to take the win here tonight at Monza. It's been a while since we've seen him on the top step, but Clen, the two-time champion, returns to winning ways here tonight at Monza. Fantastic job there from Clen. Well done to him as he takes the win ahead of Scott, who finishes in second place. Rexy Boy completes the podium. A great drive here from Rexy Boy tonight. Really well done. Ernie comes over in fourth place with Badman, who's going to nab G.C. right at the end there and takes fifth place. G.C. classified in sixth. Then you've got C-Mac, who's going to finish this one in seventh place in the end. A little way behind his teammate there, just crossed the line in front of him, a lap down. But G.C. there came over the line before him. C-Mac there is seventh, with Tralgo over the line in eighth place. Matty Pitt's going to be ninth. I see he comes up towards the line now. John's already finished a lap down. It'll be, oh my good grief, what is White Shadow do? Oh, Jesus Christ. What on earth is he doing? Well, I mean, he's got 46 seconds worth of pen. Oh my goodness me. Anyway. So Glenn takes the win here tonight. So well done to Glenn. Brilliant job there from him. And that's that then from Purple Sector, and look forward to commentating next week. So yeah, thanks to the Purple Sector once again for having me. And thanks to all the drivers for putting on an exemplary display of driving. And we'll see you all very soon.